Hello, everybody, and thank you so much for joining us on today's awesome channeled message. So, today, what was kind of coming through for us to talk about was expanding our gifts. So, that's a little cryptic. I'm going to leave it just at that, and I'm excited for you to hear what comes through today.
Hello everyone. Today we would like to keep our message very simple and to the point. It may seem very simplistic what we have to say today, but we feel it's still an important message that we'd like to get across, and we would like to let people understand, even though it seems to be a very surface, very easy topic, there actually is a deeper meaning to it, and it actually has a deeper message if you seek to find that and to seek to acquire the knowledge that we are giving today. So when we talk about expanding your gifts, what we would like to talk about is, right now in your world, there is often talk about ascension, moving into the fifth dimension, moving into the fourth dimension, the planet accelerating, the planet moving, the planet coming to a higher frequency, along with the people in the planet, as we have spoken of before. The people have to keep up with this ascension process. So the people are changing. Their physical bodies are changing, whereas DNA is changing, and the speed of everything is changing, and everything is becoming much more accelerated, much more quickly than in the past. And this is a lot of change that has to happen with the physical body and with the actual physical body of the planet. And those are two things that are discussed often. And what we would like to add to that today is another part of that, which is expanding your mind, and how your mind has to keep up also with this expansion and this acceleration. So when we speak of that, what are we saying? What we're saying is that every person on the planet right now, in this point in time, that has decided to come here and be here for this amazing time on this planet, every person has their own gift, their own talent. Whether they're actually doing a modality that they have learned, or whether they have a job that's just a job that they do every day, there are many different gifts that people have and they are giving out. And what we would like to say is, because of this acceleration and how it is speeding up and everything is happening faster, and it's time, and this is happening because it's time to keep up, it's time to make these changes, it's time to expand the thinking, expand the gifts. Meaning, if you have a modality that you are used to doing, you do it a certain way. This is the way you do it. This is the way you learned it. This is the way you do it. And this is how you continue to do your practice or do what you're doing. And we're going to use this example of a modality first, because we want to explain what we're trying to put across. So you have a modality, and this is how you have learned to do it. And you have guidelines and you have rules, and this is what you do. And this is what you have been doing. But now it's time to take that modality, to take the gifts that you have, and to look at them and really start to think inwardly. Start to think, how can I expand on this modality? How can I take this, what I do every day, what I'm doing, what I've learned, what I know how to do, and how can I make it even more expansive? How can I expand that to be even more of a high vibration? What can I do? And it's time for everybody to look at that, to just look at what they do and what gifts they have personally and individually, and expand on that. And everybody can do this. This is something that every single person can do and look at. Whatever it is that you do in a day's time, how can I upgrade that? How can I make that more perfect? How can I make that better? How can I use what I came here to do? How can I use that that which I have known from a previous time and place, or another place, another off-planet place that I've come from. How can I utilize that? How can I utilize that and make that my own, and change it or tweak it or upgrade it to make it that much more higher vibrational, that much more expansive? And that is what we want everybody to just take a look at lately, as of this time, and notice that since everything else is speeding up, everything else is changing, everything else is growing, from the planet to the environment to your own bodies. It's time to also look at your gifts and your mind and how you can expand what you actually do, and make it more high vibrational, make it more expansive, make it grow, make it bigger, make it more your own. Use your own gifts to make what you do your own. And it would be very expansive for you to do that for yourself and for others too that you are helping. It's time to break the mold, so to speak. It's time to open up, crack open that egg, get it out there, get it moving, get it flowing, get it out into the universe. So you yourself can not only be more expansive for you, but more expansive for others, because energy travels. Energy travels. So the energy that you give out with whatever you're doing for others, that will also connect into those people, and they also will start expanding their gifts and their knowledge, and it just can grow and grow and grow. And this is just another way of raising the vibration of the planet, raising the vibration of the people, because this can be expansive. And it sounds very simple, but it really can be very, very very much deeper than that. It could be very deep because of the fact of how it grows and how it just, like when you throw a rock into a river and you see all the ripples coming out from that rock, and how that expands out into a lake. That's what it's like. It just expands out. So we want everybody to start using their talents and their gifts to start expanding what they do. Another example we have is even if you're just doing a simple thing which you think is simple, which is much more than simple, but like a hospital volunteer. Maybe you go and read to somebody in the hospital. Well, that is a wonderful thing to do, and you're doing a wonderful thing for humanity, and that alone is very high vibrational. But you can look at that. You can even look at that and say, how can I make that even better? How can I expand that? What can I do? What can I do myself to make that even more expansive and more high vibrational, and help somebody even more? So we just want to give you the examples, because what you can do is take anything that you do in your life and just make that even more spiritual, even more expansive, as we keep saying, but that's the word we want to use for this, because it's expanding your gifts, expanding your knowledge. And as you expand your gifts and your knowledge and start being more creative and walk away a little bit, walk out a little bit from what you've been doing, just walk away from it a little bit and look back at it. That's how we see it. Just, this is what I do, this is the modality or the job or whatever I do on a day's time. This is what I do. Just walk away from that and look back at it. Look back and see, and start looking at it from a different level, from a different place, and start seeing and thinking about how you can change it to make it your own and to make it, again, more expansive.
Mm-hmm. I have a personal example, actually, that I could use. So for myself, and you guys, this is going to happen for you intuitively, I believe, if you allow it. We are ancient, infinite souls, and we have all of this soul level knowledge and experience that's waking up now with this planetary shift that's happening, and allowing this stuff to come to the surface is so beautiful. So what happened with me is I learned how to do Reiki. And I learned the symbols, and I learned how to do these things, and I started working with clients, and it was a beautiful experience. And what ended up happening was it sparked soul level recognition. I've worked with energy before. I know how to do this. It sparked something within me, and I started feeling intuitively guided that I didn't need symbols, and I started being intuitively guided, and angels were working with me, and ascended masters, and other things started to happen. And at first I was like, the monkey mind wants to come in and say, well, whoa, if I don't use the symbols, is it still going to work, and all of this stuff? But no, I trusted and I allowed this intuitive information that I was being given, that really learning the Reiki was almost just sparking something that I already knew. And so whatever special things that all of you do, whether it's being seekers of knowledge or special healing modalities or any kind of gifts and talents that you're using, as our planet is changing and ascending, and we're ascending with it, allow these beautiful intuitive things to come up. And the books are a great place to start, but allowing your soul to kind of speak to you and allow you to expand and bring more to it is beautiful. So what I find, the energy work that I started doing and the energy work that I'm doing now is so profoundly changed, and none of it came from a book, but it did start from a book. I did learn a modality, but everything has changed now. So anyways, that's my personal example.
Yes, that is very good, a very good personal example. And this can be utilized for every single person. Every single person on the planet does something that they can look at themselves and say, well, this is what I do now. How can I look at this, and how can I just, again, tweak it? It doesn't have to change totally, but how can I add to it? How can I make it more so the energy is higher of it, to raise the energy of what I do, to raise the knowledge, and to just put in, and using those talents that you can download. Anybody can do this. Anybody can ask. Anybody can question their guides or get the information any way that they can. This is a time that people can start doing this, can start using their own abilities to be able to find out what it is that they're going to be best at. And some might be saying, well, I don't know what I want to do. I don't know what my talents are. Well, then ask. All you have to do is ask, and get in a meditative state, and answers will come to you. Just ask, what is it? What is it that interests me? What is it that I find that I can do to help others, and to be that person that will expand that energy out to others? So, it really is just a matter of, again, we say going inward and finding what that is, finding out what your niche is, so to speak. So just find that and use it, and then make it your own. Just make it your own and do what you can actually do naturally, because the planet is changing and the veil is thinning, and this information is so much easier to access than ever before. So utilize it. It's there for the taking. It's there to utilize. It's there to use for your benefit. So just use it. It's just that simple. And again, it sounds simple, but it really is deeper than that, because this is just very, very good for the planet. It's very good for raising the vibration of the people and the planet. The more you seek, the more knowledge you get, the more information you can get and then give, is going to be very, very an important thing to do at this time.
Yeah, awesome. Cool. Do you have any more information to give us at this time?
Actually, we just wanted to keep this a very short session. We just wanted to put that out. That was just something that we felt that it was time for people to hear, and time for people to start thinking about, again, what they do and how they can expand that. Everybody has their gifts. Everybody has their talents. Everybody has much more than they even know. And they need to tap into that at this point in time. It would be very beneficial for a personal reason and for planetary reasons. So just take the advice and see, and just play with it a little bit and see what you can come up with, and see how you can change, and you can grow, and you can add to it. So we just want to say again, expand out, break the mold, understand that is a process that is necessary right now. It is just necessary to have the growth that everybody is looking for. And we want to say too that once you do that, you'll find it very easy to do. You'll find it to be a simple thing, and it will just grow and grow and grow. So you have to start somewhere. You have to look at it. Start somewhere. Make the decision that this is something you want to do and you want to grow on, and you want to look at how you can upgrade a little bit on what you do, and then take it from there. And doors will open, and things will happen, and it will be wonderful for yourself and for all the others around you that you're helping.
Yeah, thank you so much. Awesome. Yeah, and I found for myself the way I really started being able to tap into that was by looking at what makes me excited, what am I passionate about, and then trusting intuitive information I was being given. The more that I allowed myself to, if I felt an inspiration and I just allowed myself to play with that, then I was given more and more and more, and it kind of started like that. So definitely just follow your passion and your inspiration, and everything will unfold, I would dare to say. Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's channeling session, and we just ask that you keep in mind and remember that all channeling is limited to the life experience, the lens, and the vocabulary of the channel. And so please take what resonates with you and leave the rest. And we hope that you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much. And please like and subscribe if you feel so inspired to.